So, you know, when you get to like the afternoon and you realise you've not filmed like all day. That's today for me. Basically got carried away with being excited that Pod's voice advert is like out and on TV. So that's really cool. Super cool. So yeah, that is live, and it's cool actually as well that people like appreciate that one more than the other one, the other Go Compare advert, because it took a lot more like training. He had to howl reliably on command, and not only did he have to do that, but he had to do a distance sit stay next to a actress and then howl while doing the distance sit stay without breaking the sit stay. So it was like layers of tricks, if you like a sit at a distance, stay at a distance, and then howl while doing that sit. What is your tail doing, pumpkin pie? You pretending you're confident? You're not pretending, you are confident. So yeah, it was really cool. And I took backup dogs up to London just in case he didn't perform. The build up to it, we went to Pets Home a couple of times, practicing, making sure he would howl in different places. I was like going up the mountain in the middle of our walks and getting a howl out of him, practicing that, like doing it in the field so we could practice the distance sit stays. And he's cool. We did work at it. It's so embarrassing going out in public in a busy place getting them to howl, but we did it and he did it, and it just goes to show the temperament and the versatility of what we're aiming to breed. You know, regardless of how much training I did for that, I'm just going to go and lock the door and then I'm going to go in the field with the dogs. Regardless of how much training, if he was a nervous dog, his nerves would override the training, because that's how it goes. If he didn't have the temperament to go into a film studio, and there's about like 30-40 people in that studio, it was a largely black set, black stage, black walls with strips of lighting. Then he had 3 chairs, which are the voice chairs, that turned, and they turned on every take. There's a strange man with a strange moustache, which is the Go Compare man. It was actually lovely, and Pod, he was fascinated by the moustache. There's better up on the roof. But, you know, there was a lot to deal with. Loads of monitors, different cameras, people moving. And what they did as well was they had like 2 angles being filmed simultaneously. So it was actually better for Pod, because it was like half the work for him. Because otherwise he'd have had to perform for the one camera angle and then repeat the performance for the other camera angle. So that made it easier for him. But like, he went into that film studio and then like everybody wanted to meet the Dalmatian, and basically this company, they'd had pictures of a few of my Dalmatians and I dare say other Dalmatians, and then they selected based on appearance. So I think from what I gather that other people have told me, like who are in that industry, Pod's got a good camera face. He's photogenic and he stands out. So, you know, it just, I'm really proud, I'm not gonna lie. And, you know, he's Nala's son and Nala's my baby. She's my world. So that's just added little thing as well. But Nala's got a solid temperament as well, but she's quite limited in the tricks I can teach her. Like, she's never once in her life howled. Never been able to teach her to speak because I can never reliably get her to bark. I tried teaching her to hold objects, can't do it, because as soon as food is involved, she just focuses on the food and nothing else. So you could do any trick that involves luring her to teach her, like beg, roll over, play dead, sit down, all that stuff, easy, not a problem, because you need food to lure. But stuff that involves her mouth, like holding objects, speaking, howling, won't do it. Will not do it because it's food. I've never heard her howl anyway, but I love it when Dad does zoomies because he's such a goof. But yeah, it's super cool. And hopefully we got another job December time. He's got his carriage dog trials in a fortnight. So I'm just gonna get him, keep his fitness up. He's fit enough to do it now, but just maintain fitness, which is going to be hard because it's meant to rain for the next fortnight. We're going to do it. We're going to be dedicated and go out in the rain. Quite a month this month with shows, and then Phoebe's out next month. So yeah, we got things coming up, things planned, and go from there. And then I saw a question today in one of the Dalmatian groups, and somebody posted it anonymously, and I'm like, but they didn't name breeder, but they're like, what age is it ethical to breed from your bitch? And it's like, well, the Kennel Club accepts registrations from 1. There are plenty of breeders in America that breed on second season, and they breed back to back because they believe that it's better because you don't risk pyometra by doing it that way. I don't agree with back to back, and I don't agree with breeding at 1. The British Dalmatian Club say puppies to be whelped once the bitch is 2 or older. So, but I think you've got to look at your bitch on top of that. Like, for example, Helen left Dora. She's 3. She'll be 3 this month. But very physically and mentally immature. So she's 3 and hasn't been bred yet because of that. So, you look at it, but you look at girls like Pumpkin and Raven, who physically are probably more mature than Dora now, and they'll be a year old next month. Not next month, next week. Gosh. So, yeah, I think it massively depends. I think, Jude, I think she got covered a couple of weeks after her 2nd birthday. But it wouldn't have made much difference to her physically, whether it was a couple of months or couple of weeks before or after her 2nd birthday. She was as mature as she was going to be for those few months, And you've also got to look at the timing for yourself as well. Like, if you've got a holiday booked, if you it's Christmas and you've got young family, if it's summer holidays and you're a school teacher, so you're off work, there's things that make it more convenient, less convenient. For example, Jude, come on, because you go running the fence line and I think they're driving through our place. Maybe not. Oh, there's a bit of a bang. So I think the key is that your girl is fit, healthy, physically and mentally mature, and the timing also suits you. You know, it's, yeah, they are driving through our place. 8 weeks of hard work when the puppies are here. Guys, come on this way. Go back this way. You know, plus the week before they're born, you just hover in just in case you got your days a bit mixed up and they're going to go early. You don't want to stress them out by you leaving for long hours, etc, etc. So anyway, it does all come down to timing, and the timing has got to suit you and everyone else involved in the care of your girl, of the puppies. Like if it was months and months sooner than their second birthday, like the puppies would be born before second birthday, I'm not on board with that. But a month or 2 months after their second birthday makes no difference on their physical maturity, or their mental one for that matter. And different dogs, different lines mature at different rates. Like I'd say our first litter, which was the Disney Zach combo, matured quite slowly. I'd say Floki and Jude have really come into their own in this last year. But like other lines, like Pod isn't 2 until October. He's very mature, and so's Aria. And Pumpkin and Raven, for being 1 next week, are very mature. Mentally, not so much, but I'd still say mentally they're fairly mature. So yeah, it just varies, and I think you've got to be brave as a breeder to make a decision and stand by it. This is very, you know, it's a different topic and different people believe in different things, but they're certainly not doing any more growing when they get to 2. And I feel like with Jude, having the litter like finished her off maturity wise, more than giving her an extra 6-7 months would have of, you know, in between seasons. And like, you shouldn't have a litter just to mature your bitch. I am not saying that for a second before people jump and make assumptions. Now you can go now. Jude, don't you run off, they're gone. Good girl. Judith, you are not guarding all the time, Jude. So yeah, it's a big decision. Dude, I'm watching you. Khaleesi, you were naughty. You were naughty. Right, I'm going to leave this here. I shall see you all soon. Bye.